Some of these remakes are so bad that I just had to do this video. Welcome to Movies at 6, and in this episode I want to talk about my pick for the top 6 worst remakes of all time. If your favorite worst remake is not here, make sure to comment it. Number 6. OldBoy. The weird thing about OldBoy is that this remake is made by Spike Lee. He's a respected director. The movie was so bad and lacked ambition, and if it took itself more seriously, I swear to God, it would have topped this list. The original OldBoy was from Korea and it was released in 2003. It had a brilliant cast, it was dark, it was edgy, and it had a really dark and super creepy twist at the end. The Hollywood remake was just crap. The story was already spoiled for the viewer and the casting was hilariously bad. Josh Brolin, Samuel L. Jackson, and Elizabeth Olsen, they're all good actors, but in this movie they were at their worst, trying to mimic the better version. The hallway scene in the original version is still one of the best fight scenes in cinema history. I really do miss that movie. It was good.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I saw things.
Number 5. Crow. This is one of the more recent ones. It came out in 2024. It took lots of cojones to remake this movie. I'm not a huge fan of the first film, let's say that right off the bat. It had a weird story behind it, a tragic ending for Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. Unfortunately, he got shot while filming and he lost his life. But for what it's worth, that movie did what it stood for. A revenge-based movie with a gothic atmosphere, and it instantly became a cult classic. But the remake, well, it will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. This movie does not have the soul, and it takes forever for it to get to the point. Bill Skarsgard is a fine actor. I like him. I liked him in It. I liked him even in Boy Kills World, but in this movie he felt lost and out of place. This movie also drags on for too long, and the story does not have the potential to be this lengthy. I really hope they wouldn't have done that.
Who you call a monster, pal? You look in the mirror recently?
Number 4. Hellboy. Man oh man were they wrong for this. I really like the two Hellboy directed by Guillermo del Toro since it has the director's signature all over it. Ron Perlman did a hell of a job as this monster, and even though these two movies were not perfect, they had so many problems with the script and the CGI and all of, but they were fun. That's it. They were fun. But the 2019 Hellboy remake was just bad. David Harbour was on a streak with the Stranger Things, but this movie was the bad move for him. A ridiculous CGI, god-awful CGI. I mean, the green screen is better in my bedroom. Bad makeup, over-the-top villains, and weird shift in the tone of the movie made it a ridiculous parody of itself. This story was rushed and all over the place, and the third act, it was so boring and underwhelming. There's another remake coming out soon and I hope they don't drop the ball. It's in horror genre and I think it suits this atmosphere better. Fingers crossed.
Because of your actions, this ancient power has returned.
Number 3. Mummy. After I finished watching this movie, I was staring at the screen and wonder, what the hell did I just watch? What was that? I loved mummy movies with Brendan Fraser in them. They were so cozy and adorable and comfortable. They made you feel good. It's not like those movies were special. They were just good movies. Lovely cast, simple storyline, and the movie knew how much it should be serious. The villains of those Brendan Fraser movies were interesting too. I'm not looking at you, Jet Li, though that movie sucked. But with this movie, I don't know where to begin. This movie was just a hot mess. Tom Cruise is not an actor that you can expect to hire and not have a medal in the script and things like that, so of course he did meddle, and the screenplay sucked. This movie had a weird mummy, a weird villain, it had a weird ending, messed up reasoning, Russell Crowe was doing something there, and the audacity that they could make a franchise out of this world was just, yeah. Let's move on to number 2.
That stuff went everywhere, by the way, in every crack. Very hard to wash off.
Number 2. Ghostbusters 2016. Imagine this movie not be on my list. I hated it. I freaking hated this movie. I won't be talking about the original Ghostbusters since it's one of the beloved movies from the 80s and it worked perfectly. That's it. But tell me one reason why I should watch this remake. The movie came out in 2016 and the time was with the trends. It was about women not having enough parts and money in Hollywood. And there were 4 comedians in this movie that they had the spotlight to themselves. And boy did they mess it up. They messed it up in the worst way possible. I mean the audacity to have the original cast in this movie and not have them play their roles. Oh, this movie worked bad on so many levels, and Chris Hemsworth was in it. I feel like I'm on so many drugs talking about this movie. It was so freaking bad, I don't know where to begin. This movie sucked. I hate all the comedians who played in this movie after this was done. It was so bad. Let's just go to number 1. Before I talk about number 1, don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1. This is cheating, but all the Disney live action remakes. I don't care if some of them are better than the other or how beautiful they might look. The politics behind these movies, it just reeks of greed and nothing else. Cashing paychecks on people's nostalgia is bad business. Needless to say that some of the recent remakes and some few that will come in a few years, they are really bad and they are offensive to the original IP. The later is the release date, the more tedious these movies got. Surfing on modern trends and suffocating interviews with unfunny and weird cast members and crew. These remakes also represent creative block in Disney. And even though the sequels have almost the same ideas behind them, but at least they pretend to be animated movies and have stories, and they're not just shot for shot remakes of the original animation. And that's it, that's my short episode for this topic. Was your favorite or favorite bad one here? Comment your thoughts and opinions down below and let me know what do you think about all these remakes. I will have another video about the best remakes too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I said it a million times, and as always, ask your significant other. Movies at 6. Goodbye.